Hello everyone, this is PHTV Channel 4 in Palos Heights. I'm Sue Jankowski and we are here with Meet with Moraine. In this program we talk to different people who are influential and have jobs at Moraine that kind of steer and direct the way things are happening there. We talk about programming, we talk about the building, the facilities, and encourage you to go on over there and see what you can do. And especially today, you're going to want to really listen up because there's some really great knowledge about their fitness center we're going to talk about today. So I'd like to welcome Julie Longo.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today. Julie is the Senior Assistant Director of Marketing Memberships at the Health, Fitness, and Recreation Center. And we talked about what a long title that was, so she's really working really hard, I think. She's got a big title to live up to. But if you haven't been over to look at or participate in or take advantage of the Health and Fitness Center over at Moraine Valley, you're going to want to do that, especially after we talk about it today. So before we get started on that, Julie, just some personal things.
Yeah.
How long have you been working over at Moraine Valley?
I have been at Moraine Valley right before our building opened. So I started in October of 2013. And so they hired a few of us on to help open the center, and we were there for about 5 months before the building opened.
Okay, well, so that was exciting for you to be right at the beginning of this new structure.
When I actually interviewed for the position, the building was just poles. So I had no idea what the building looked like, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
You're just fingers crossed.
Yep, so I moved from sunny Florida to blizzard in Chicago.
Wow.
To open a building that I had no idea what it looked like.
Wow, that was you took a leap of faith that this
did.
was going to work out. Well, it must be working out because now it's 4 years later.
3 years.
3 years later,
3 years,
and here
yep.
you are.
Yeah.
You're still...
It's definitely a challenge because it's a different type of facility to run. Being open to the community as well as doing a 2-year institution versus a 4-year. So it's a different avenue for campus recreation, but it's definitely been worthwhile for me.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't miss Florida too much? I mean,
I'm actually from the Midwest,
oh,
so
okay, good.
Florida was a nice break, but it's good to be back home.
I keep wanting to go there.
Yeah,
you know,
especially right now.
Exactly. Okay, so you arrived. Now, the facility before that was a lot different than what you have now. So what do you view as the biggest changes from the way it was to the way it is?
The size, for sure. We went from less than 1,000 square feet to over 113,000. So it grew a little bit.
Astronomically.
Yes. So we've added a variety of services and programs and actually opened it up more to the community to get memberships. And we'll talk a little bit later, but we'll talk more about our Kid Rec Center that we just opened in July.
Oh, wow. Okay,
so it's
that's cool.
9,000 square feet just dedicated to
Wow.
youth and family activities.
Well, that's great. And you want to start it then, you know, as young as you can. Get kids involved. Okay, so that was quite a tremendous jump from 1,000 feet, which is not very big, to 100 and some thousand feet. So there's a lot of differences. What kinds of things can people find at your fitness center?
We actually offer a number of different things that some areas, rec centers do not offer. So we do have an indoor pool, which is great for winters in Chicago and the coldness that we get all the time.
I forgot about the indoor pool. Yeah, that's nice.
So we have a 4-lane pool, 3-court gymnasium, a huge fitness center upstairs with an indoor track. So the track around Moraine gets used a lot, but people see a track on the inside of our building and get excited that once it's cold, there's still a track for them to walk around. We have 4 fitness studios, so all of the group fitness classes that we offer are actually included in the membership. For free, and so that's where the 4 studios are used for. And then we also have the Kid Rec Center. The building actually houses Moraine Valley Athletics as well, and so all of the athletic department offices are in the building, and then the athletic home games are done on our basketball courts.
Oh wow! Okay, so it's really a busy place.
Oh, very, very.
Okay, so in these 4 fitness areas, there are classes you can take. What kind of classes?
We have over 80 plus group fitness classes a week. ranging from Les Mills boot camp to just a Pilates class. So it could be a yoga, it could be a mind and body class. We have a big range of member ages that we have. So we offer classes such as sit and fit for our older population, and then our boot camp classes are very high intensity for our younger athletes.
Wow. Okay. So would you include in that some of the other like yoga type activities? Would that be part of what you do too?
Yep. So those are all, we have a number of different yoga classes. Excuse me. We have just a general yoga class. We have a hatha yoga. We have a number of Zumba classes as well. So those are all included with the group fitness schedule.
Now, with these classes, if you had a membership, do you need to sign up ahead of time?
Nope.
Or you just show up, or what?
It is a first come, first serve. As
Okay.
many seats as we can hold in the studios. Our boot camp classes, our Les Mills classes, actually have people lining up a half an hour before the class starts to make sure they get a spot.
So popular.
Very, very popular. So those we fill
And
up
that's a
almost
really
every time.
tough class.
It's hard. It's definitely a hard
and
class.
people are really loving it. So you want to go over, I think that's really great that you don't have to sign up, because sometimes you're like, I just want to go, and you really aren't committed to a certain time. I would guess, at least I'm thinking, that maybe those same classes are offered a number of times through the course of the week.
Correct.
So you could hop in at some other time, not Tuesday at 1, but you might go Thursday at 9 or something.
Right. We actually have a FitRec app that has all the schedule listed on there, so you can just pull up the app and you can see what classes are running for the next 7 days on the app.
Oh,
and you can see the times,
that
locations,
nice?
and which classes they are.
Yeah, that's nice, because you get your favorite class, you want to get back to that. Well, that sounds really good. And besides then taking a class, the facility has a lot of, well, of course you mentioned the track, but there are other things to do there besides being in a class or run around a track.
Right.
What equipment is available?
We have a whole separate weight room, and then we have a separate cardio space as well. So we have a number of different treadmills, ellipticals, selectorized machines where you get to pick the weight just with the peg. And then in the weight room, it's a lot of free weight area. So it's mostly just lifting the plates up and putting it on the machine that you want to use. So we have that upstairs, and then we also have personal training that you can purchase a package and work with a certified personal trainer to get the help that you need as far as starting to work out.
Which is especially nice for people who are new to it, and then what do I do to help myself, and what program should I be following? I think that's nice to have a personal trainer.
Our personal trainers actually do monthly fitness services, so they do how to do a shoulder rotation workout to help with your shoulders, or how to work different types of machines. So each week they have a number of different orientations for different types of workouts that are all free to members. They just have to show up to them.
Okay. What if you're not really sure and you think, I don't know if your facility is for me, or if I'm going to get any benefit, or if these are classes I'm going to like? Is there like a little tryout kind of period you could have?
We don't do multiple day trials. We do say that if you come into our building and you take a tour, that we would give you a free guest pass to use within 2 weeks. So you would be able to come in, try it out to see if you would like it or not.
Okay, that would help, because before you commit to something, sometimes you like to just give it a little try. Is this something I'm comfortable with, or I would like to do? Okay, that's good. Now you mentioned that there is a special area for kids, young people, and is that like for families as well, or is that separated? Like the family goes one way and the children go the other way?
The space itself, it's about 9,000 square feet of our building. As soon as you walk in, it's an awesome space. If you get a chance to go see it, it's very, very cool. That is for 3-month-olds to 15-year-olds. So they can be dropped off while you go and do your workout, and then you can pick them up 2 hours later and take them home. We do have a family time, so anybody that does the add-on, which is in addition to the membership, you can drop them off as many times as you want for $12 a month, as long as that child has a membership with us. And if you have the add-on fee, we actually have family times. That one of the areas in our Kid Rock is called the X Rooms. So it's a really cool technology-based fitness room that all of the equipment that we have in this room is geared towards exercise, but it's also incorporating technology into it.
Oh.
So there's a T-wall, which is like a light up wall that as soon as the spots light up, you have to hit the spots. But it gets you working.
Oh, for sure. That
yeah.
sounds like fun.
So during the family times, they can actually go into the X rooms and play with their kids, or go into Sports Zone and kick the ball around a little bit. So it's a nice time to just hang out with your family in that space.
Okay. So it's a kind of like a child care / your child is doing things in there if they're old enough to be doing it.
So we have it's called Tots Landing, which is our daily drop-off area for most children. That's 3 months to 7-year-olds, and there's a big jungle gym in there. There's tons of toys that most of the time they stay in there unless they're older. Then our staff will take them into different areas of that space to be involved and interact with them.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that, especially since it goes up to 7 years, that your weekends are more busy with families and people than weekdays?
We actually find that based on the group fitness classes that we have, we know that if there's a Les Mills class going on, that we're going to have a lot of kids that night.
Oh, okay.
So we found a trend with the programs that we offer and when the children are starting to come in. And so we've definitely staffed the area with a number of trained individuals. We know that when there's going to be a lot of children, that we'll have the staff for them.
Okay. Now you mentioned Les Mills a couple of times. I'm not familiar with that.
It's a group of people that come in that are trained in a specific type of group fitness classes. They have boot camp. They have, I can't even think of what the other ones are.
But they have more
But they
than
have
one
multiple
type of
different
class.
ones,
Okay.
yes, that are very, very high intensity, and you walk out of there knowing you got a great workout.
Okay.
All of our other classes do offer that as well, but these ones are just a little bit higher intensity.
Oh, okay. So that's like almost like a separate entity that comes in. Like that's a particular method or whatever.
It's a type of a class, correct?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Les Mills. That's very interesting. Okay. Yeah. Now to become a member, do you have to be a student or be taking classes at Moraine Valley?
You can be. But the community is also welcome to come out. So that's the nice thing about our facility is it is open to the community. Moraine Valley employees and staff actually get a pretty decent discount as far as what the memberships are. Students, if you're a full-time student, you get the access to the facility for free. Part-time students just pay $48 a semester.
Wow,
and
it's so reasonable.
It's a great price.
Yeah.
And community members, we have a number of different membership types that as long as you're willing to drive to our building, we'll take you as a member.
That's great because everybody wants to do the right thing for health purposes and get fit. And if there's somewhere that sounds like it will be reasonable, I know you have a variety of different packages, so it's probably not feasible to mention pricing, but it sounds like it would be within a budget, someone's budget kind of.
Yep, and so we actually have limited hour access memberships as well. So if you are a morning person, you want to only come in the morning, we have one just for that.
Oh.
If you want to have the free range and be able to come in whenever you want, we have our full access. We have discounts for seniors, we have discounts for military, and then we also have discounts for Moraine retirees as well.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
so there's something that is for everybody really at this point. And everyone worries about, making sure that they're safe, that they're not injured.
Right.
What do you have it established for members so that they feel safe?
We actually train most of our staff, our first responder staffs, in CPR and first aid. So our building managers, our lifeguards, our Kid Rec staff, they're all trained in first aid and CPR. And so if an incident happens, somebody in our staff is around to be able to help them, and our fitness floor supervisors as well. And so we actually recently just had an incident in our pool that a member was found floating in the pool because he was suffering a heart condition, had a heart failure.
Oh, wow.
And our lifeguards and our entrance attendants, who was actually there dropping off towels, they noticed the situation, they got him out of the pool, they started CPR, and by the time that the EMS arrived, she had already done a few rounds of CPR, and he ended up having a pulse by the time they took him to the hospital.
Oh.
So the doctors, when they actually got him to the hospital, said, this is some of the best CPR that I've seen done. So it's great to know that our staff is trained and ready to handle any type of situation that gets thrown at them.
For sure. And that makes you feel comfortable as the person going. You never know when something's going to go wrong. I mean, not necessarily hard. You might fall or hurt something or whatever. And it's good to know that there are people to, grab the bull by the horns and know exactly what to do.
Yep. And we do certification classes that we offer as well. And we also recert our staff to make sure that they're up to date on any policy changes. So they're ready to handle anything that happens.
Anything they want. And so I suppose there's times during the day where it's like really crowded, and then other times where it's not. And I suppose if you get there and you can kind of figure out which time works for you.
Yeah, we notice that students come a little bit later in the afternoon once classes are done. We get a good rush of our community members in the morning right before they have to go to work. And then our lunchtime is a pretty busy time, because Moraine, if they have the ability, if they have a membership, any Moraine employees can come over and take a class on their lunch break, or work out in the fitness room, or jump in the pool for a little bit before they have to go back to work.
Right. Wow. Are there any water aerobics classes?
There are. Those are actually included with the group fitness classes as well. So we have 2 to 3 aqua classes a day, I believe. And then after that, it's open to lap swimming and then mixed usage as well, which is lap swimming plus the ability to just do walking or just hanging out in the pool.
And that varies time-wise. Like sometimes are just lap.
Yep.
And then other times you can walk in the pool back and forth or whatever.
And that schedule's available on our app as well. And we also have a pool schedule to show the different times of each of the events.
Sounds like
we got it organized.
Really, especially with the app, that makes it so great that you can just look and see, oh, this is when I want to take the class, or this is when the pool is open for something I want to do, or whatever.
Yep.
And then I noticed when we were there, when it first opened, you have a lot of equipment.
Yes.
And it seems like something would always be available, because it seems like there's quite sufficient for everyone.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely, we added about 2 different types of lines of different equipment, that if one machine's not available, the other one is. So there's always something that's open for you to use.
That sounds great. Plus, it's nice, some people really enjoy walking or running. It's nice to have that indoor track available, so you can use that.
Definitely gets used.
Anything else you want to mention to our viewers about going on over and checking out the fitness center over there?
It's our birthday on Friday, so we actually are...
bring a candle.
Right, bring a candle, bring a cupcake, and then walk it off upstairs.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And look how fast time has gone by. And it's really established so that you can go in and take a class. I think when we went there, they were just beginning and didn't have all the classes that they now have. So I would recommend going over there, taking a tour, trying after the tour, just kind of try it out, and get yourself going. Even in the summer months, sometimes it gets either too humid, too hot and sticky, or whatever outside. You can go in and enjoy, air conditioning, work up your own heat. Yeah. Right?
We actually do have a kids camp this summer as well. So we run a 9-week program for 5 to 13-year-olds that you can drop them off all day, and we have a number of activities each week for them to do.
Wow.
So if you're looking for something for your kids to do this summer, drop them off at FitRec.
Oh yeah, that sounds amazing. All right, well thank you, Julie,
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bringing us all that information. And don't forget that Moraine Valley has so many things to offer for you, all kinds of education and entertainment. And now you can join the fitness facility and take advantage of that too. And it's not really very far away. It's just a quick drive over there. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you next time on Meet with Moraine. Bye-bye.